See, in this painting, see, they call it a symphony. I'm going to move this. Symphony. See, a symphony orchestra music is made of chords, see. You know, you have the dominant, subdominant, augmented, you know, all kinds of chords, you know. And I feel the same way with color, you know. They don't have the dominant necessarily. Oh, it is the dominant in terms of accentuation, yes. But here I have, on this side, I have the light chord. See, the high key, where I pit whites against yellow, see? It's brightness against lightness, you know, lightness against lightness. So if I put just a little too dark a color in here, it pops out. It will ruin the section, see? I remember, by the way, you know, people make mistakes about that. Some magazine, I've forgotten, years ago, they gave a print of Van Gogh's room, you know, his bedroom and the window in back, you know. And it was all in yellows, white, yellows, yellow greens, you know, light reds and whatever. See, it is naturally a masterpiece of Van Gogh's kind of genius about color. I noticed, number one thing, Van Gogh made a mistake, but it's not to talk about, you know. In the background, see, there's a window, see? And he painted the frame of the window too dark a color. He didn't have to go that dark. But don't forget, Van Gogh was a genius. He learned color almost by himself, spontaneously, as an artist. You know, I feel almost ashamed to even try to criticize it. I'm just pointing out that didn't have to go that dark. See, the same characteristic feeling of color would have come through. But the bad mistake is there's some writer, you know. I think he was a historian of some kind with a PhD. Wrote beautifully. Oh, what a nice article he wrote. And I'm telling you, Tom, beautiful, beautiful article, you know, all about Van Gogh and his greatness and everything else. Then toward the end, he said, now you take that print that's in here and mat it on black. And that's all, when I read that, I said, okay, jackass. As soon as you mat that painting on black, you ruin the whole thing. Because the value contrast is too great. It will mar the feeling of the vibrance of yellows and other colors that Van Gogh used. I dared to criticize his window, the Van Gogh did. Now this character says, you know, mat it on black. That's stupid. You do not do that. You can mat it on a light gray. And you watch that color, you know, glisten. The color of Van Gogh's painting will glisten. That's the trouble with most people that don't know enough about color. They only know value. See, they make a sign. See, it's all right for signs. When you want people to read it maybe 15 miles away. Put yellow against black, that's okay. But they're not masterpieces, that's not art. That doesn't mean a science can be art. A science can be art for the well done, you know, well designed. See, that's the trouble. But that's the intricacies of color, the knowledge of color. See, that's why we always try to teach it from the foundation program, you know. We start out with those kids, you know, and they say just one color. Learn about the lightness and darkness of blue. That's the first problem they have. Look at the feeling of light blue against gray blue, against dark blue. Look at the changes of the feeling of the blue. See? And then later on, they can incorporate that kind of feeling toward other colors. And it goes on and on and on to other things, of course. Well, anyway, here on the painting, this is a light key, because I feel, you know, the orchestra plays all kinds of keys. See, in this case, I chose, it was those, since I'm the artist, you know, I chose that to be the light key. Down here is the contrast. The key is value lighten against darkness. That's another key. This is value contrast, see, in here. Lightness against darkness. See, you don't have here lightness against darkness. You know, you have lightness against like grayness. See, like this blue is a gray, is not a black. You see, it doesn't go down that value. Over here, in this section where the cymbal player strikes the cymbals here, and the timpani player, the trombones and the trumpets, and here the tuba player here, I wanted that to be chromatic contrast. This is brightness, you know, brightness against grayness. That's an entirely different chord. So here you have lightness against lightness. Here, lightness against darkness. Here you have brightness against grayness. See? This section here, I haven't decided yet. See? I'll figure it out when I feel, you know, that I want to do it. See? That's one nice thing about being in retirement. You know? I don't have a guy like Shyman come here and tell, hey, get to work on it. See? I said, the hell with him. I said, I'll do it when I want to. See? And I'm sure he'll like that remark. See?